All right, next up, we've got the Fyzical Balance Center buzzer beaters. Oh my gosh. Well, there's been so much news. So are we ready to rock and roll?
So much local stuff going on. I'm gonna give you some insight on something outside of our area. Let's go back to Major League Baseball.
There we go.
All right, let's do it.
There we go.
All right, so injury news. Jason Dominguez of the New York Yankees, he made this really great catch, but he got hurt making the catch, so he had to leave the game on a medical card, and they have not released what his injury is. So hopefully he comes back and can help the Yankees because they're competing to try to get the top spot in the AL East. George Springer of the Blue Jays got hit in the foot by a pitch, but his x-rays was negative. He's going to stay in the lineup, but he's playing with some swelling and some discomfort. All right, let's talk about league leaders. Luis Arias has the best batting average with the Marlins batting .380. Aaron Judge is leading in home runs with 12. Shohei Ohtani and with 35 RBIs is leading the league. Garrett Cole has the most wins as a pitcher with 6. And Josh Hader of the Padres has the most saves with 10 as a pitcher. Tampa Bay is leading the AL East, but again, having a big fight with the Yankees over it. And then you got the Dodgers and the Padres duking it out for control of the NL West. And that's your MLB wrap up. Stay tuned. We're going to give you more MLB news.
Love it when Kevin does baseball because I don't know baseball.
Yeah.
Thank God for Kevin.
I'm right there with you.
All right, Dennis, what do you got?
You know, I'm going to keep it national. Also, I'm going to talk about the NBA. We're deep into the playoffs, at least into the second round. Some teams are already starting to move on, as the New York Knicks have already completed a sweep of the 76ers. Right behind them, the Thunder looks like they're getting the brooms out as well on my Lakers. It's unfortunate for me anyway. But we have a good tournament with the Timberwolves and the Spurs going on right now. Also, the Pistons and Cavaliers looks like they're not going to at least be any sweeps in that. But I'm going to take the last 30 seconds of my time to talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder because I think that they're changing basketball in a way, and I think it's in a good way. I think most older people, their frustrations with the way basketball is being played, especially in the NBA right now. Watch the Oklahoma City Thunder. They are a complete team. They're not devoid of superstars. Obviously, they have Shea, who, if you don't know, he is the best player in basketball. And he's starting to prove it every time he plays. But their team is just phenomenal. It's not because they have other superstars. It's because they have other guys that are just good.
Yep.
That aren't big names. I'll give you guys like Kason Wallace, Jalen Williams. They have 2 guys named Jalen Williams, by the way.
Great.
And A.J. Mitchell, Isaiah Hartenstein.
Oh, I love that
Alex
guy.
Caruso, Jared McCain,
Chet.
Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe. It's those names that are making the impossible for the Lakers to win in this series because these guys, like, I know I'm over my time and I'm just talking right now, but I'm going to talk about this. Like Isaiah Joe, he scores 12 points. We're talking about second round in the NBA playoffs.
Yep.
Most people wouldn't know Isaiah Joe if they saw him walking around in Sierra Vista. Kason Wallace having a big game going 6 for 10. Like A.J. Mitchell having 24 points. I didn't even know who A.J. Mitchell was last year. And it's not just me because other NBA savants, GMs, general managers of other teams, they didn't know who this guy was. They let him not get drafted or go deep into the second round to the Thunder, and now he's in playoff games playing against the Lakers, scoring 24 points. Seems like every time he shot a 3, he made it, and he's not the only one. Guys like Lou Dort, Kason Wallace, Isaiah Joe.
You're impressed by their offense. I'm impressed by their defense. They cover the entire floor. Like they can shot block all the way out to the 3-point line. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen is when you block a 3-point shot. I've done it before. It's like hitting a grand slam. It feels so good.
It's very rare.
Yeah, it's super rare. And you see them doing it in the games and you're like, well, that's not normal. That's incredible.
You remember Greg Popovich had a little dynasty with the Spurs.
Sure did.
It was, and a lot of it it's because of the others on the team. I think to win in the NBA at the big level, playoff level, you got to have superstars, but maybe 1 or 2 guys that can play at that level. But all the other guys have to be bought into the system, and
everybody that comes off the bench can play.
These guys are just like that.
That's a
Isaiah Hartenstein. Like people don't think that much of him.
I'm a basketball guy. I knew, but
if you're a basketball guy, you might know. Yeah, he's valuable, but he's so valuable. I mean, in a game like last night, he goes 6 for 7 from the field. Yeah. But he's just a dirty he does all the dirty
He's
work,
a rebound
man.
passer. That's what I love.
Is.
On the inside, those big
And
dudes.
paired with Chet Holmgren, it's hard to score
Perfect.
inside on this team. And not to mention they got Lou Dort, who's a great perimeter defender. Their other Jalen Williams, who's not even playing right now. It's just crazy how this team is built and the way they play. For those that are frustrated with the way the games and they, complain, watch the Oklahoma City Thunder because it's ball movement, it's defense. I mean, it's a little bit of foul baiting, but that's kind of how superstar play is in the NBA nowadays.
That's the way the NBA is right now.
And I'm sure Alex Caruso's knowledge of the Lakers, because he used to play there, is helping them kind of break down some different things as well.
Yeah.
And from a coach's perspective, I love it when you can prove that this type of basketball wins. When you have players like I can name 4 or 5 players that are not big names that when they go in the game, they're trying to give their all, and they know that the next game I might not play.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that because it's going to be this guy's turn.
They bought
or that
in.
guy's turn or this guy's turn. And it kind of reminded me that's how the Spurs were when they had their championship runs with Tim Duncan and Tony Parker.
It's the way high school
It's
and
the others that help
it's
you
when an
win.
entire team, like that's the way. I think the reason why we're all attracted to it is because you got guys coming off the bench that can play, and they just rotate the guys through. If the guy that's starting has 3 fouls, he might not see the game again because the guy coming off the bench can play 20 minutes and put up 20 points, and it's incredible.
I don't think Shea has really had a dominant game in this series, yet they're up 3-0. Even in the last game, Shea went 7 for 20 shooting, and you're still winning game. They're winning games by 30. He's sitting on the bench in the fourth quarter. Because all these other guys are just doing their job, and they do it at such a high level, and it just doesn't seem so star driven.
Right.
And the Lakers, they're a Hollywood team. Even though they're my favorite team, they tend to want to build things with the star power, putting all the power pieces instead of filling out a whole team that has maybe one star, but then a few just
Oklahoma City
non-all-stars.
Foundation.
You can win with non-all-stars
Right.
if everybody's bought in. Oklahoma City does a great job of that.
All right, I'm ready for the NFL. Okay. So in the NFL schedule officially comes out on May 14th. So that's coming out this week. We'll figure out who's playing who. Next up, probably the most important news is the NFL refs get a new deal going through 2032. So thank you and me on same, because when you have bad refs, it makes the game so much worse. It makes everything painful. Bo Nix will be ready for training camp. He's already up and jogging around. He had a broken ankle, as we saw in the playoffs. And then Broncos signed their general manager to a 5-year extension. So Broncos are doing a great job with personnel, so they reward their GM. Breece Hall gets $45 million 3-year extension with the Jets. Rodgers is planning to sign with the Steelers, and the Heisman Trophy finalist Pavia signs with the Ravens. And I think it's a great idea because you've got so many guys that are just absolute gamers on that team now. So they've got 3 quarterbacks that play all roughly kind of the same style, and that's the way you need to do. You can't have a running quarterback and then a pocket quarterback and then expect success.
To run the same offense. Right?
Yeah, that's totally different offenses. So the Ravens are looking good for this coming season. All right, man.
Do you believe that Rodgers is going to sign with the Steelers?
Absolutely. Who else is going to take him?
If he doesn't, I think they're screwed. I mean,
who's the starting guy right now, if not for Rodgers?
Oh, Big Bad Mason Rudolph.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. He's still there.
He's probably playing tight end now. I don't know if that guy's ever thrown a ball since he got beat up.
We promised you guys we'd get you the date of an opponent for Benson next. They're going to be playing Santan Charter on May 15th at 4 p.m. That game's going to be up in Tempe.
Oh boy! Well, that's a long drive, but it's probably worth it.
Is that the semifinal?
Semifinal, yeah.
Semifinal, okay.
State semifinal.
All right, this week's Buzzer Beaters were brought to you by Fyzical Balance Center. Fyzical Balance Center is much more than your typical physical therapy clinic. At Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, they focus on improving your quality of life by using holistic whole-body approach to connect your diagnosis with a customized plan of care. Opened by Dr. Tap DeWong of Tap Into Wellness, love your life with Dr. Tap at Physical Balance Center in Sierra Vista.